Welcome to the Preflight Checklist. Today's checklist is for buyers preparing for a pre-purchase inspection. If you only buy 1 to 3 aircraft in your lifetime, this is one of the most consequential steps in the entire process. It's also one of the most misunderstood. A pre-purchase inspection is not an annual inspection done early. It's the validation of everything you've seen and read about the aircraft right before closing. It's a risk management exercise. These are the 5 things that matter most. First, the goal is not to pass the aircraft. Aircraft don't pass or fail pre-buys. What you're buying is information. The inspection services deferred maintenance, incomplete documentation, aging components, compliance gaps, and operational wear that doesn't show up in a listing. A good aircraft can still have discrepancies. The question is not, is this aircraft perfect? The question is, do we now understand what we're stepping into? That distinction changes how you interpret everything else that follows. Second, scope matters more than where it's done. Buyers often fixate on which service center to use, which mechanic to hire, or whether the facility is factory authorized. Those things do matter, but the inspection scope matters more. What panels are being opened? What records are being reviewed? What needs special attention on this aircraft? What systems are being functionally tested during the ground run? An annual inspection scope is not always enough. A logbook review alone is never enough. The scope should match the age of the aircraft, the maintenance history, complexity of the systems, and the mission you intend to fly. The inspection should be completely custom to the year, make, and model you have under contract, never generic. Third, how the seller responds tells you something. Serious sellers provide complete logbooks up front. They allow reasonable access to the aircraft. They don't resist appropriate scope, and they understand that transparency protects both sides. Resistance, delay, or even selective disclosure isn't automatically disqualifying, but it is information. Again, the pre-buy is about clarity. You are not trying to win, you're trying to understand. Fourth, discrepancies are expected. If you walk into a pre-buy expecting a clean sheet aircraft, you'll be disappointed. Even well-maintained aircraft will have airworthiness items, open squawks, time-limited components nearing replacement, cosmetic wear, and even minor compliance items. The key distinction is between normal aging and systemic neglect. One is manageable, the other is expensive. The inspection gives you leverage, but it also gives you perspective. The right response is rarely emotional, it's financial. Finally, discipline matters more than optimism. There are moments in a pre-purchase inspection where slowing down is appropriate. When logbooks are incomplete, new damage history is discovered, major components lacking key documentation, airworthiness directive sign-offs that are unclear, or even ownership gaps that create title clouds. And there are moments when walking away is the correct move. The sunk cost of an inspection is insignificant compared to the long-term cost of buying the wrong airplane. Owners who only transact a handful of times often underestimate how easy it is to rationalize a decision at this late stage in the process. This is where experienced guidance earns its keep. From our perspective, the pre-purchase inspection is the moment the transaction shifts from excitement to data. It's a second look at everything you've seen and read, clarification of open questions, and confirmation that the aircraft is in the condition it was represented. Handled correctly, the inspection builds confidence and propels you to closing. Handled casually, it transfers risk from the seller to the buyer, and that risk can linger for years. If you're preparing for a pre-purchase inspection, slow down. Define your scope clearly. Choose experienced oversight. Separate emotion and excitement from information, and treat the process as what it is, an opportunity to understand what you're buying before you own it. This has been the Preflight Checklist.